What up, Juggalos? Panic 17 here. Up early. I got 3 days off, so I'm gonna enjoy myself. But I thought I'd bang this fucking video out real quick. Now, I did this last night, and then I went over to BstMstR's video. I'm like, man, I could do a little bit better than what I did, so I'm gonna try it again. Um, Basically, my name, Panic 17, I created. I've never been the guy that got a nickname. I was never that fucking cool. Everybody always called me by my name, which I didn't mind, but I've always kind of like, man, I wish I was the guy that had a fucking, a nickname. Someone give me a fucking nickname, but that never happened. But I found out that that's actually a good thing because I remember this guy from school. They gave him a nickname, and it turned out to be Douche. Yeah, that could happen. You could have a fucked up name. So I was like, I'm fine with not having a fucking nickname. So Panic 17. Basically, I've been a wrestling fan my whole fucking life. As far as I can remember, I first started watching wrestling whenever the WWF era, red, white, and blue ropes, over the top fucking children's gimmicks were ending. Little did I know, a little company called ECW, Extreme Championship Wrestling, was about to change the wrestling industry as everyone fucking knew it. Now, just like there's uh, controversy in the underground music, um, well, I guess the music industry in general, basically underground versus mainstream. Well, it's the same thing in the wrestling community, mainstream versus the underground. Underground being that hardcore type of shit, blood, guts, fucking crazy shit. But some people really get shit twisted, and it's not all about the blood and the guts. A hardcore match is two guys wrestling for 30 fucking minutes. Have you ever done anything for 30 minutes? That's a long fucking time. That's hardcore. Um, but a big part of hardcore is also unbelievable chair shots to the head, um, crazy high fucking spots, jumping off of 2, 3 story spots, and just craziness. And all this as a kid, I was watching. Some kids want to grow up to be football players, or fuck, I don't know what kids want to be. Whatever bullshit fucking kids want to be. As a kid, I wanted to bleed. As crazy as that sounds, one of my goals was to have a face covered in blood. I was not a normal kid. I've never claimed to be, but I don't blame wrestling for that. As stupid as that may sound, um, I don't blame wrestling for that. It was just something that I wanted. I always knew I was different. So, yeah, face covered in blood as a kid, that's what I wanted. And I finally did have it happen. But the name Panic 17, I've always created wrestling names for myself. And the only one I could really remember when I was 12 and 13 was Rule Breaker. That was when Stone Cold was drinking beers and kicking ass, and the fucking Attitude Era days, some of the best days of wrestling, some of the best days for gimmicks. It's really lacking gimmicks this year. Though these years, the past 3 or 4 years, they're just not. They're slacking, man. I'm not gonna lie, they're slacking. So I was listening to ICP's Schizophrenic, and a part went schizophrenic, don't panic, and I'm like, panic. Hmm. I like that. I'll spell it PANIK. So that stuck. And yeah, that really stuck. And the more I thought about it, the more that name really fits me. Um I like getting high. You know, all y'all motherfuckers know. And sometimes when I get like that, I would get paranoid. I would start panicking. If I seen a cop, I'd be, oh fuck, you know. That was the early days of smoking, and then gradually 2 3 years into it, I just didn't give a fuck no more. The whole Cottonmouth King thing, you know. Yes, I did listen to Cottonmouth Kings. I like everything up to maybe number 7, and then Sunrise Sessions was pretty fucking good. But this was this was us. Hold on, let me put. This was one of the events that I was at. Um, I had broke my pinky, and as stupid as that may sound to most of y'all, what, you can't wrestle because you broke a pinky? Try putting a whole person's weight on your fucking hand. Let a stupid little bone, that shit will fuck with you. I did do backyard wrestling. These guys never took me to my limit. I've gotten tired as fuck, you know, picking people up. That tires you out. But as far as like beat down and fucked up, they never got me there. They I always felt like I got held back. The guy, the main guy, which I'll show you his face right here because he's painted up. He went by the name of Priest, and he was a painted up gimmick. He really wanted the spotlight. He really wanted the shine on him. And I always told him, I was like, dude, you want some crazy shit? I'll fucking do some shit. I'll bleed. I'll fucking jump off shit. I'll get fucked up. I'm not your ordinary heavy person. A lot of heavy people can't do what I do. I'm pretty athletic for my size. I can jump, do flips, whatever the fuck. I really don't let my body weight hold me back when it comes to wrestling. So I'm pretty different for a person of my size, as heavy as I am. So this is the one of the only pictures I got of myself back then. You can't see it, but this arm that's hanging, you could actually see that my pinky's all taped up in like a sort of little cast. That is a jumpsuit. It said XWA Psych Ward. I was playing a crazy motherfucker, you know. We never got really big. We never got too big. So I never really worked on my gimmick. We never, like I said, you know, we didn't get too big, so I didn't see no reason to work on my gimmick whenever we didn't get that much people. I remember wrestling in front of 7 8 people. That's when you're trying to get your name out there. You wrestle in front of who you can to get your fucking name out there. The biggest crowd I ever wrestled in front of was about 50 people. Not exactly, but around there. Pretty fucking close. It was pretty cool because I wrestled a Juggalo from Albuquerque. And this dude was a short, stocky motherfucker. He reminded me, if any of y'all watch wrestling, he reminded me of Rhino. You know how Rhino's real short, but he's a stocky, big motherfucker? That's who he reminded me of. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I seen these guys wrestle, and they're brutal, man. They threw each other on the ground, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little worried. I'm like, fuck, man, these guys beat the fuck out of each other. Me and my friends, we held back. We didn't want to beat the fuck out of each other for real. In case you ever get caught up in something, you know, you don't want your friends all fucked up and getting beat up out there because you already beat the shit out of them. But at the end of that match, I got a big elbow drop. Well, he did the elbow drop to me from the top of the ladder. I did a spot in there where I wedged a sign in between the ropes. It fell. I had to improvise and just DDT him onto it. He wasn't really a hardcore wrestler, which really bummed me out. But at the end of the day, he gave me a compliment. He's like, I don't know what the fuck they're putting in the water, bro, but you're a tough motherfucker. You would have definitely made it out there in Albuquerque with us, which I fucking loved it. I was like, fuck yeah. You know, I was getting props for something that I loved doing. And keep in mind, I was not getting paid for this. I was working a shift, getting out at 4, at a convenience store, and then going an hour to go train for 2 or 3 hours, 3 times a day. Oh, I mean three times a week, and then still going at the end of the week on a Saturday to perform at a show. So that was really the high time in my fucking life. I really need to get back into it. I still want to do it. I'll still bleed like a motherfucker, you know. That's why I did a video on my channel. You know, people act hard on this motherfucker. And I don't act hard, but I do got a pass where I could take some pain. I do like having my face covered in blood. It's something I'm not really proud of, but it just fucking happens. So basically, that's where Panic came from. You know, wrestling an ICP song called Schizophrenic. Go check that shit out. This was way too long. This is my Daily Spirits video. Hopefully everybody likes it. So, whoop to the whoop.